Ladies and gentlemen, there is a rare power that only the most successful men and women of history have mastered. It's not wealth. It's not talent. It's not even intelligence. It's the ability to act, no matter what. To move forward as if nothing affects them. To carry themselves with unwavering confidence, even when the storms of life rage. This is not arrogance. It is mastery. Mastery over self. Today, I want to show you how to unlock that power within you. Not someday. Today. Because if you can act as if nothing affects you, you become unstoppable. The truth is simple, yet few accept it. You will either control your inner world or be ruled by the outer one. There is no middle ground. Every day you're being shaped, either by your own will or by the chaos and noise outside of you. Most people are slaves, and they don't even know it. Not to chains, not to governments, but to the opinions of others, to their circumstances, to their moods and triggers. They wake up already reacting to bad news, to what someone said, to how they feel. The weather is gloomy, and suddenly their whole mood is down. A minor failure, and they declare the day is ruined. One rejection, and they question their worth. You must never live like that. If the wind and waves outside determine your direction, you will always drift, never steer. You'll be blown off course every single time life gets turbulent. And trust me, life will get turbulent. So the first law of power is this: you must take command of yourself. Your mind, your emotions, your thoughts. These are the true front lines. You must train them, guard them, and rule over them like a king over his kingdom. Because if you don't, someone else will. Society will. Fear will. Distractions will. You'll be pulled into drama that isn't yours, into anxiety that doesn't belong to you, and into despair you could have avoided. Learn to be still while the world is loud. Develop that inner calm, that unshakable center. When people shout, you remain calm. When plans collapse, you adapt. When fear tries to enter, you shut the door. You are the master of your reactions. That is where your freedom begins. Control doesn't mean suppress. It means direct. You don't bottle up your emotions. You harness them. Anger becomes fuel. Sadness becomes depth. Fear becomes awareness. You choose what gets in and what stays out. That's what makes you powerful. And once that power is yours, no headline, no insult, no market crash or closed door can shake the foundation beneath your feet. Let the world move as it will. But you move by decision, not reaction. You speak because you've chosen to speak, not because someone provoked you. You rise not because the timing is perfect, but because you command yourself to rise. And here's the secreting: when you begin to truly master your inner world, the outer world starts to respond. People notice your stability. They trust your presence. Opportunities find their way to you because they're drawn to certainty. That's the paradox. When you no longer depend on the world to feel good, the world starts giving you more reasons to feel good. So ask yourself, are you in command of your inner world, or just being tossed around by the outer one? Decide today, because your destiny depends on the answer. Most people walk through life thinking their emotions are facts. That if they feel fear, they must be in danger. If they feel doubt, it must mean they aren't good enough. If sadness shows up, they assume something must be wrong with their life. But that is a dangerous illusion. Emotion is not a condition forced upon you. It is a choice you reinforce. You were not born to be at the mercy of moods. You were not designed to be a puppet of passing feelings. Emotion is a signal, not a sentence. It is information, not identity. The greatest mistake people make is believing that just because they feel something, they have to live according to it. But feelings are not rulers, unless you hand them the crown. Understand this deeply: you are not your emotions. You experience them, yes, but you are the observer, the chooser, the master, not the servant. You can feel anger and still choose peace. You can feel fear and still move forward. You can feel uncertainty and still speak with clarity. That's power. That's freedom. Too many people wait for the right feeling before they take the right action. They wait to feel motivated before they start. They wait to feel confident before they speak. They wait to feel ready before they begin. And as a result, they never move. But the truth is, emotion follows action, not the other way around. When you act with courage, you begin to feel courageous. When you speak with conviction, confidence starts to grow. When you move despite fear, the fear begins to fade. The moment you realize you can choose your state, you become dangerous to limitation, to doubt, to every excuse you've ever made. You become the kind of person who walks into chores and brings order, the kind of person others look to when they crumble. Why? Because you've trained yourself to decide who you are, regardless of how you feel in the moment. Think of your emotions like a radio, dozens of frequencies playing at once. Fear, anger, joy, focus, courage. All of them are available to you at any time. But most people don't know they hold the dial. They sit in fear, unaware they can tune to strength. They wallow in frustration, not realizing they can switch to clarity. You are the one who chooses the station. You are the one who sets the tone. This doesn't mean you never feel sadness or fear or disappointment. It means you don't let them drive. You don't build your life around them. You acknowledge them, learn from them, and move on. Like a warrior who keeps marching through the mud, eyes fixed on the mountaintop. So the next time fear knocks, understand you don't have to answer. The next time doubt whispers, know that it's only a suggestion, not a truth. You have the authority to declare, this is how I feel, but it's not who I am, and it's not how I will act. That choice, repeated again and again, is what creates greatness, not talent, not luck, not even discipline alone, but the choice to rule over emotion instead of being ruled by it. Make that choice daily, and you'll find nothing can stop you. Before victory ever arrives in the physical world, it must be claimed in your posture, in the way you carry yourself, the way you speak, the way you move through each moment. Winners don't wait for the trophy before they walk like champions. They carry themselves with the energy of success long before the world recognizes them, because they understand a fundamental truth. The world doesn't reward the most talented. It rewards the most certain. Look around. The people who command attention, who attract opportunity, who seem to get lucky, they all carry something in their presence. An aura, a belief, a posture that says, I belong here, long before the results say the same. That posture isn't arrogance. It's alignment. Alignment with their goals, their vision, their identity. They don't beg the world to approve of them. They present themselves as already approved. And the world eventually falls in line. If you want to win, you must walk like you've already won. Not in delusion, but in determination. Not pretending, but becoming. Because how you carry yourself teaches the world how to treat you. If you show up timid, you'll be overlooked. If you speak with uncertainty, your words will be doubted. But if you stand tall, speak clearly, and move with purpose, people feel that. And more importantly, you feel that your mind and body are connected. When you hold your head high, breathe deeply, look straight ahead, something happens. You begin to believe in yourself more. You shift into the identity of someone who expects to succeed, not just hopes for it. That identity is not a result of success. It is the cause of it. The posture comes first. The results come second. So don't wait for the bank account to grow before you feel wealthy. Don't wait for applause before you feel worthy. Don't wait for someone to give you permission to take up space. Give yourself that permission. Show up today like the version of you who already has what you desire. Because success is not something you chase. It's something you attract by the person you become. The ones who wait for outside validation before they shift their energy will always lag behind. They'll always be chasing. But the ones who shift first, who declare, I am already on my way, and I move like it. They move faster, rise higher, and go further. Not because the road is easier, but because their mindset is unshakable. So I ask you, what does the victorious version of you look like? How do they stand? How do they speak? How do they enter a room? How do they respond to problems? Now ask yourself this, what stops you from doing all of that right now? You don't need to wait for anything. The shift can happen in a moment. In your posture, in your voice, in your presence. Carry the energy of I already belong, and watch how doors start to open. Watch how resistance fades. Watch how confidence multiplies, because the world mirrors your energy. Show up like you've already won, and the world will begin to treat you that way. Carry the posture of victory before it arrives, and before long it will. Every great journey comes with resistance. Every bold vision meets friction. That is not a punishment. That is a signal. A signal that you're moving. A signal that you're stretching. A signal that you're getting closer to something worth having. Most people see an obstacle and immediately ask the wrong question. Why is this happening to me? That mindset creates victims. But those who rise, those who build legacies, ask a different question. What is this trying to teach me? They understand that every obstacle is not a wall meant to stop them, but a doorway demanding a new version of themselves to walk through. You were not promised an easy road. No one who ever built anything meaningful walked a straight path. What separates the winners from the wanderers is how they interpret resistance. The average person sees a closed door and turns around. The determined person sees a closed door and kicks it open, or builds a new door if they have to. Understand this: obstacles are feedback. They are life's way of saying, not yet, grow more, learn more, become more. Every time you hit a barrier, it's a test of commitment. Will you fold or will you forge ahead? Will you shrink? Or will you step into the strength that the situation is trying to pull out of you? Most people want success to come easy, but easy is never fulfilling. What you earn through struggle becomes sacred. The obstacle becomes part of the story. And the more brutal the resistance, the more meaningful the breakthrough. The mountain only looks tall until you climb it. The fear only feels real until you face it. The failure only defines you if you stop moving. Obstacles are not meant to destroy you. They are meant to refine you, to shape your character, to expose your weaknesses so you can strengthen them, to redirect you when you're heading in the wrong direction. Sometimes a setback isn't a no. It's a not this way. A signal that the strategy needs to change, not the goal. Think about the strongest, most resilient people you know, their wisdom, forged in fire, their confidence, earned in the trenches, their clarity, sharpened by confusion, missteps, detours. They didn't become powerful despite obstacles. They became powerful because of them. So when the next obstacle shows up, and it will, don't curse it. Don't run from it. Stand up and say, this is not my end. This is my beginning. This is my training ground. This is the signal I've been waiting for. Obstacles don't mean you're off course. Often, they mean you're on the exact path you're meant to walk. A path that demands more of you, so that it can give you more in return. Never forget, stop signs are for traffic, not for dreams, not for destiny. When others slow down, you accelerate. When others give up, you level up. And when others see a wall, you see a way. Let the obstacle come. Let the challenge rise, because it's not there to stop you. It's there to signal you're about to grow. There's something about certain people that draws attention before they say a single word. They walk into a room, and the energy shifts. Heads turn. People lean in, curious, attentive. It's not their title, their status, or their appearance. It's something deeper. It's their energy. And make no mistake, your energy is not some mystical idea. It's your magnet. It attracts or repels. It pulls in opportunities or pushes them away. It invites trust or raises walls. And here's the true thing: you're broadcasting that energy at every moment, whether you're aware of it or not. Energy is what you carry when you say nothing. It's the tone beneath your voice, the posture behind your words, the frequency your presence vibrates at. People may forget what you said, but they won't forget how your presence made them feel. This is why two people can have the same resume, the same pitch, the same message, and yet only one walks away with the deal, the respect, the opportunity, because energy speaks louder than words. If you walk into the world drained, doubtful, distracted, that's the signal you send. And the world responds accordingly. Doors stay shut. People hesitate. Momentum stalls. Not because you aren't talented or capable, but because your energy whispers a lack of belief, even if your words say otherwise. Now flip that. When you walk with focus, with certainty, with calm, composed strength, the world leans in. People listen, challenges shrink, timing aligns. Why? Because you're not just asking for outcomes. You're radiating the frequency of someone who expects them. You don't get what you want. You get what you align with. Your energy must match your ambition. You can't dream of greatness and carry the energy of hesitation. You can't say you want more while showing up like less. You must become the match for what you seek. That means carrying yourself like a person who already has clarity, confidence, and direction, even if the results haven't shown up yet. The energy comes first. The evidence follows. This is why protecting your energy is not a luxury. It's your responsibility. Who you surround yourself with, what you feed your mind, how you talk to yourself. All of it matters. You cannot afford to let doubt take up space in your body. You cannot afford to let draining people steal your fire. Every single moment, you are either charging your magnet or weakening it. Choose wisely. Energy is also contagious. If you bring certainty into uncertainty, others feel it. If you remain calm in chaos, others follow your lead. You don't need to demand attention. Your presence commands it. That is leadership. That is influence. That is power. And it cannot be faked. So ask yourself, what kind of energy do I give off? Is it grounded or frantic, magnetic or forgettable, empowered or needy? And more importantly, is it aligned with the life I say I want? Because you can have all the knowledge, all the plans, all the skills, but if your energy doesn't match your vision, it will never manifest. The people you need, the opportunities you want, the results you dream of, they're already out there, but they don't respond to noise. They respond to alignment. So if you want more, be more. Step into rooms with presence. Speak with intention. Think with clarity. Move with purpose. Smile like someone who knows the future is bending in your favor. Your energy is your magnet. Make it powerful. Make it clear. Make it undeniable. And watch the world start moving toward you, because it always does. My friends, the world does not need more people who cry at the sight of difficulty. It needs warriors, leaders. It needs you. So the next time life tests you, smile. Straighten your back. Take one bold step forward and act as if nothing affects you. Because when you do that, nothing ever will. Thank you.